Hello and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, I want to go through this particular video. It's a House of Reps, Honorable Rotimi Agunsoye, I believe his name is making an impassioned speech about the state of insecurity in the contraption. Now, I'm sure he means it, no doubt, but now we're past the point where words alone is what they can do, where we don't want them to come and do any words. There's got to be action. So for example, in this area, what is he doing to address this? Raising it on the floor of the house is good. That's okay, that's a good step. But what are you doing in your area? Are you waking people up to start vigilante, to protect themselves? Is that what you're doing? As good as this may sound, that's the question we should be asking you. What critical steps are you taking to protect the people in your own constituency? That's the question. Listen to what he has to say.
The most hated person in the world is the person that speaks the truth. And people will not want to listen to the truth because they do not want their illusion destroyed. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I think enough is enough. We need to address the main issue now. Where are we? The role of government in governance is to protect lives and property of the people and to provide welfare for the people. Mr. Speaker, we have failed woefully in all this. My other colleague here, Sununu, said over 70 people were killed. My dear colleague from Oyo State said over 50 people were killed. Somebody from Imo said their people are being killed. Go to the northeast, north central, northwest, southeast, southwest, south. Our people are being killed. What are we doing in government? It is important we address this, Mr. Speaker. Is it the time when we have fighter jets moving here and there that we will address this issue? Something has to be done, Mr. Speaker.
So, Rotimi Agunsoye there. Honorable Rotimi Agunsoye. I think it's Kosof Federal local government area, if I'm not mistaken. Kosof Federal Constituency. So now, yeah, as good as that sounds, as good as that is, as good as the impact, the passion is coming through and all of that, the question I want to ask in each and every one of them: what steps are they taking in their communities, in the constituency that they're after, that they're responsible for? What critical steps have they taken to encourage the people to do vigilante work and protect themselves? What critical steps? Have they provided funding to actually fund the people getting equipment to protect themselves? Walkie-talkies, radios, cars to be able to move in convoys and protect the area. Have they done that? Because if they don't do that, without that critical step to protect lives, what they're doing here is just talking shop, and it's not going to change anything. But like I said, it's already too late. RIP One Nigeria. It's too late. The basis upon which Nigeria was created was created in that way, or the constitution, let's say, the fraudulent constitution. The basis, the 1979 constitution was a fraud. So was the 1999 one, and of course the 1963 one. They are all hodgepodge. They were all forged. At no point was there consensus about what the people wanted, asking the people for a referendum. It's as though not as though they don't see the people as being able to have a say in their own governance, and that is what the Fulanis wanted. They've been trying to, since 1804, they've been trying to take over our land, and the result of what they're doing is what we're seeing. Now we have a very, very we are at a point where we have a very good opportunity to once and for all banish the Fulani terrorists and the Fulani the hegemony from our land for good, and make sure they never ever return, because they have oppressed us for long enough. They have created a situation where Rotimi Agunsoye, I think, Asugoye, I think. Let me just take it right. I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce the name. Yeah, Agunsoye, Rotimi Agunsoye. is lamenting the daily killings. You know, that's the primary purpose of any one in governance. In their fraudulent constitution, we now know it's a decree, is the protection, safety and security of the people. They failed. That's their number one responsibility. They failed. And if you fail in that job, you cannot expect those who are being killed daily to continue to stay in that same contraption. Do you hear me? You cannot expect those who you fail to protect to remain in that same contraption whilst they are being killed. They are taking decisions to leave. It is very important to understand that. And those one Nigeria who are speaking about one Nigeria, the very fact is, I want you to think of this. Those of you talking about one Nigeria, please bear this fact in mind. Let me give you a hint, a very strong hint. I'm gonna give you, again, you know I've done this before, you know how I do things, Citizen AY. I'm gonna give you this information, and I want you to listen and look at this information critically. Now, here we go. Now, I'm gonna bring it up here. You will see it there. I'm gonna make it bigger even, because I want you to see what we mean. Sorry, I'll bring that back. Don't worry, I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. So no. Right. I wanted to zoom in particularly. Signed on the 5th of May 1999. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Promulgation Decree. That is the foundation of the problem we face. That is the foundation of the problem that we face. Take a picture of this, go and ask those who created that document to come and explain to you who gave them the power to oppress and suppress you. Let me just make it one more time. Is that okay? No, so there we go. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is the biggest problem we face. The reason why we are in the mess we are in is that the Constitution was drawn up by military men. And as we know, military men, although they were in Sandhurst, they were never equipped to be able to manage social issues or economic issues of the day. No, political or social issues of the day, they weren't. They were only supposed to be military men in the field of war. And they took that over. They took that and decided to run the country. And no, military men cannot be leaders. The evidence is clear. Military men have run that country for majority of the times, and look at the disaster. And that is why we're going. And what is worse is that this Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Promulgation Decree has rendered any attempt by the likes of Rotimi Agunsoye, any attempts that he may wish to take to improve things, has rendered it meaningless, because of the same Constitution. Every successive government must swear allegiance to it. Listen to this. I'm going to read this to you. I want you to go and share it. It says here, let me zoom out a little bit. It says here, there shall be for Nigeria a constitution which shall be set out as in the schedule to this decree. So the constitution is set out in that schedule. Now, it could be coming to force on the 29th of May. Now, and the first thing I want you to read the first bit. Now, therefore, the federal government hereby decrees as follows. You read that correct? Yes. Let me zoom it in. So in case you now hereby the federal government, federal military government hereby decrees as follows. There shall be for Nigeria a constitution which shall be set out in the schedule to this decree. The constitution is set out in the schedule to this decree shall come into force on 29th of May 1999. So every successive government since then, what they've had to do was to swear allegiance to this constitution. They cannot make any changes to it because it's a decree. It is, those of you who are following, a promulgation decree. It is a promulgation decree. I want you to listen to the words I'm telling you. Nigeria can never work, because when they tell you to go to the constitution, you don't have a constitution. because what you have is a promulgation decree. When they say you have a constitution, they are lying to you because they're not telling you the second part of the riddle. The second part of the riddle is that actually that constitution is a decree. The minute they say that, if they were to tell you that, then they know that they have no choice but to change it. But they keep wanting to say, they say to you, go and change it via the institutions that they created. Those institutions are sworn to, they've sworn on oath to protect that same fraudulent 1999 decree, which is dressed up as a constitution. It is number 24 of 1999. It's a decree. So that is the problem. That is why we are justified to go. And the government having failed in its primary purpose of providing safety and security for the citizens. The citizens are entitled to protect themselves. The only way they can do that is they move themselves if they decide they're going from Nigeria. Now, the option for referendum was deliberately taken out of this constitution, of this decree, because it's a military decree. So there's no way that they will ever let you do it. So that's why they keep telling you, oh yes, go and use the National Assembly to pass the law that will not allow you to have a decree. By the way, this was a decree. The constitution was also, what you call a constitution is a decree that was forced upon the citizens. There was no referendum. And that is again why we are justified in going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, and Middle Belt. So I want you all to keep hammering home this point. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, promulgation decree. Know that. You will always hear them, every one of them in the north, they say it's constitution. But you won't hear them say promulgation decree because they don't want you to know that it's a decree. It's a military decree. What you have now is a military decree. And I want dare anybody to come and dispute it with me. It is promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. That is what is driving everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do watch this broadcast. Share it. Leave comments. It's as good as the man is making, saying something must be done by the speaker. The speaker cannot do anything. The constitution has tied the hands of everybody. That constitution has tied their hands and they will never move. And they don't want to change it. And they keep telling you to go and try and make the changes via the same institutions created by that same decree. And those institutions are designed in such a way to make sure that power stays in the north. That is why we need to go. We have to go. Dismantle Contraption Nigeria. RIP One Nigeria. Bye-bye One Nigeria. God bless Yoruba Nation. God bless Biafra Nation. God bless Middle Belt. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. You're watching Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Yoruba Nation now. Thank you and goodbye.